Welcome back to the Western Oval for the commencement of the second quarter, and our roving reporter, Russell Scott. What did Brother Stewie have to say to the Cheetahs at halftime, at quarter time?
Well, he actually went off his head. Actually, he wasn't really impressed at all the way they've been using the ball. They've been told, to make position and lead and don't be lazy. And as far as Stuart's concerned, no one's really committed himself. He's very disappointed that Ken Denning was crunched, and apparently 3 players are on him, and he's just wondering where those other 2 players that should have been, with Ken Denning helping out. And Ken Denning's off the ground and probably mightn't come back on it.
Well, that's a big loss for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club, as we see now the Mediterranean Marvel break through, but the ball was stolen there. Great work there from the Black in Craig Edwards, and I think he might have found a target up there at the full forward line in the goal sneak, Jamie Sutherland.
Yes, Sutherland looking pretty good so far today, and he's got a good chance of kicking the first goal against the wind here this afternoon. And Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club couldn't get a major in the first quarter, kicking to the city end. But as we speak, perhaps the wind's dropped a bit with the rain we've had at the end of the first quarter. The rain slackened off also. Sutherland's kicking towards goal. Looks pretty good. In fact, it's a major. And that's Sutherland's first goal of the afternoon, and a very important major. And they got a goal right on the siren at the end of the first quarter, and a goal within 60 seconds of the start of the second quarter. And pretty important goals in that situation, Russell. Yeah,
it is actually to get the first goal after getting the last goal in the last quarter. It's a real bonus for East Belmont, and that'll be a bit of concern to West, I think.
Okay, let's have a look in the middle. We've got Stewie Scott, Justin Ladder, Angelo Primo Angelucci, I should say. As we see there at coming through there was Edwards, a little late there on Stewie Scott. Nothing serious. Kicked a half forward. Good work there, Shane Main, to his teammate Heath Box. Well tackled. Loose ball. That's McLaughlin tries to come through. Ball knocked forward. That was well done there for the Lions defence, but it's gone straight to Ladder. But Westwick not in front, and Franey does well for the Lions.
From the half-back line, coming out, bouncing once. That's... Oh! There has to be a downfield free kick paid against Brett Wigmore there on Andrew Buchter, who cleared it away. He's got to his feet pretty quickly. I'd still be down on the ground if that was me, I think. But meanwhile, the ball has been relayed downfield. It'll be taken on the centre wing position by Jeff Shaw. Shaw goes short and finds Graham Hobbs. He plays on deftly, kicks it down inside the 50-metre zone. Umpires picked out a free kick for shepherding, and going the way of Alan Craig for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club team. Craig Jeffrey thinks it his, but he's going to have to toss the ball back.
You better do it pretty quickly too, otherwise he should be penalised for bloody wasting time for mine.
He bluffed it pretty well there too, and he goes short for the Blue West team and finds Justin Latter at half-back. Right at centre half-back, Latter in front of the Flowers family stand here at the Western Oval. The long kick from the left foot. It'll land smack bang in the centre of the ground. Players fly high from both teams. Stumped further afield there by Paul Johns. This opens up play for the running player in Chris Stern. He tries to gather in on centre wing. He goes for some soccer tactics, and finally the ball goes over the line right on the outer wing position. It's gone across ground, Ronnie, from one wing to the other. They should be playing up and down the middle the other way.
Yeah, they certainly should, and well, again, it's just comes back to a little bit of an experience from both sides, I'd suggest, and well, maybe a little bit of finals nerves, and hopefully they'll settle down. And we see now working hard Craig Jeffrey, who's been very busy for the East Belmont side, a number of possessions. Sees now Stewie Scott working hard, kicks the ball forward, and McLaughlin in the way though. Got around the Stewie Scott tackle. Great smother there, Jimmy Hogan coming in over the boot, and a little bit of commitment there from the Cheetahs, and they need to lift, as Russell Scott suggested at quarter time. The work rate has got to definitely pick up.
Throw-in takes place. West marginally into attack. They take it inside 50 now. The long kick down towards full forward. It's not well weighted for the West team. Oh, there's some good gutsy play by Westwick. He made something out of nothing. Gets it back towards his teammate in Wigmore. And Wigmore shot for goal. Offline. Another opportunity wasted in attack for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. They haven't majored yet. They've got 4 behinds on the scoreboard, and East Belmont are on 4-1-25 in the early stages of the second quarter.
3 points off the boot of Brett Wigmore, who on that occasion a little stiff, I would suggest. Bird Cameron, Chartered Accountant's second quarter scoreboard, shows that the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club are 4 points. East Belmont 3-1-19. And don't forget to tune in to 89.1 GDFL supporting Country FM.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's pretty rough on Jason Smith up there. He's had to go right over the back of the fence, crossing the bike track on the way, up the hill, down the back into the car park before he can get the ball to kick it back in.
Well, he'll be nice and warm anyway. Let's see what he can do with it now. The lead, McLaughlin, a good one. Ignored, though, Jason Smith. Elects to go to the defensive side of the ground. Keegan in front, though, there. Stewie Scott couldn't take the ball. Ground level Hobbs. Shark there. Well done there. Shane Main slaps the ball on the left foot, but again, gee, their luck. There's not much in it. That time it broke to the left rather than to the right and has bounced through for a minor score off the boot of Shane Main. A little bit stiff.
He was, but that's the way it goes. And Blount's the other way next time. Jason Smith with the ball at full back sees the lead coming from Chris Stern, and some clever little work sliding on the ground that's been a bit dampened with some rain in the first quarter. The sun's back out again now. That's the 4 seasons in a day here at the Western Oval. The kick down towards the half-back line, but a half-forward. Oh, there's chipping in to take a very good mark for West is Stuart Scott.
And he'll give this a good shake too. But he always feeds it off. And look, good footy. Ken Denny back on the ground for the Cheetahs. And this will be a bit of a morale booster, because if he can drill this, it'll make the old nostril feel a bit better. And hopefully just give the teammates a little bit of a taste of it, because at the minute they're looking a little lethargic, the Geelong West boys. Deary me. Bad hook to the left of the big sticks there, gentlemen. And another minor score. And as you can see on the slow-mo replay, Ken Denning, no taut instep there, son. And needless to say, he's missed it.
Smith kicks out from full back for East Belmont. This time his target is Graham Hobbs. Hobbs gets his kick away just in time, and inside the centre square at half back he picks out a teammate. And here's a chance for East Belmont to go further afield. And getting the kick down there that time was David Montgomery. He's kicked down towards the half-forward line. Won't go any further. Back from whence it came. West into attack again. Box. Pops the high ball up. Defenders. The big man there in Bookta. Former Newcombe boy comes across and does the spoiling for East Belmont.
Good work.
But Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club into attack again. Here's a chance now for Jim Hogan. He runs inside 50. He's collared. Play on is the call. Desperate defence by the East Belmont team. Again, no clear kick. Finally, it's across to McLaughlin. McLaughlin runs his teammate into trouble.
She's like a rugby league game out there at the minute, eh? I tell you what, that footy's pretty bloody hot, Rusty.
Certainly is. The boys are getting it and getting it off pretty quick. It's dropping like a hot spud out there.
Yeah, certainly. And, well, good desperate footy there both sides as we see Keegan thump the ball out wide, but it's gone straight to Angelucci, who's been a little quiet. Now, there's been a push on play, and it's gone the way of the Cheetahs to the crowd's delight, who think they're getting a bit of a raw deal from the umpires. What's your thoughts there, Jeff?
No, the umpiring's been pretty good today, Ronnie.
Thank you very much.
Man in white is always right, and big Darryl Cox has got the ball downfield. And let's see if he can put the first goal on the board for the afternoon by the Blue West team. And he comes. Cox fires at the big sticks. And puts it through.
Cockeye! Thank you very much. Lovely football from the big fella. And I'll tell you what, most big fellas are pretty bloody useless. But today, Coxie has just shown you, Dick Caldo, how to do it, son.
And there you can see the taut instep. Good kick for goal there from Cox. And he puts the first one on the board for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. Let's check the scoreboard for Bird Cameron Accountants in the second quarter. East Belmont on 3-1-19. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club on 1-6-12. And a time check, 8.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bounce down in the centre. Tap one by Keegan. East Belmont aiming to reply straight away. Down towards Sutherland at full forward. But in defence there, it's Lucchino. Lucchino gets it out. Across towards Cowie. Desperate play by both teams. Shaw's in there for East Belmont. Whistle on play. And let's see what the umpire's doing. He's not signalling anything. He's going over to have a chat.
Yeah, I think
the ball's gone flat, I think.
the ball has decided to give up the ghost. I think Cockeye might have kicked that hard through the big sticks before, Rusty. He's burst the guts out of it.
Yeah, well, something's happened to the ball, all right.
See, I'll tell you what, lucky it wasn't having a shot for goal with that one. I couldn't work out what was happening there. The emergency umpire taking a good mark of the flat footy there.
Actually, this might favour the west side, actually, with the new ball. It won't be as heavy anymore, and if they can use this wind advantage, just might be a bit of a... Cockeye might have planned that one, I think. Just might have planned it. Foul play.
Yeah, good on you, Russ. And some interesting comments there from our special guest here this afternoon, Russell Scott, the coach of Birregurra.
No, assistant coach.
Coach sounds better, doesn't it?
It does sound better, actually, yeah. But Wayne Tyken mightn't be too happy about that one.
How'd Birregurra go yesterday, Russell?
Oh, we had a lazy 20-goal win against Colac Imperial, so we're pretty happy.
Is Tyken getting a kick?
He's doing quite well, actually. He started off pretty slow this year, but he's starting to find form now, which is good to head into the finals.
They won't beat Winchelsea, though, I can give you that tip.
Good on you, Fado. Okay, let's get back to this footy here, because at the moment, Brett Wigmore, who's been very, very busy, at that time a little slow. And, well, the Lions doing well. Drive it to the centre-half forward position. Cowie got it to ground, but again, good work there. Double Dan goes short. Chips it over the top, and I think you'll find it's Damien Kelly.
Very clever footballer as well, Double Dan, and he doesn't sort of waste too many possessions.
No, it's Graham Hobbs, I think, the assistant coach. Coach to assistant coach. There you are. They're all looking after each other out here today, and yeah, he does. He's got good vision, and he just steadies and does something with the footy.
Yeah, he's very clever.
Brings back memories.
It's not a tear in your eye, I can see, is it, Ronnie?
Well, you've given Hobbsy a little bit of a rap, and there you go. He's let us down from about 35 metres, and Graham Hobbs offline for the East Belmont side, but it moves them to 4-2-26. They're 14-point leaders over the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club, 1-6-12 on the Bert Cameron Chartered Accountants second quarter scoreboard. 11.5 minutes gone in the second term.
Cowie kicks out to Lachino, and they're going the hard way. They're zigzagging. Across it comes towards Alan Craig at half-back. He goes towards centre wing. Pinpoint accurate with that kick. And on centre wing position, he finds Franvelik. He plays on straight away. A lovely-looking left-foot kick across down towards half-forward and finds Frankie Anelli just outside the 50.
Good positive footy in front. That's what you've got to be. Westwick, good lead too. Kick a little high for him, but yeah, couldn't quite get there. And maybe just didn't quite commit both hands for the ball then, for mine. But in Westwick's defence, gentlemen, I think the ball just a little bit too well weighted for him. Cockeye now doing battle there, but ground level, Smithy, yep, held without the footy. Yeah, was definitely there. Slung to ground as the ball did go, and he'll get the free kick for the East Belmont side. Last line of defence. Legs to go straight down the corridor too. But, Stewie Scott, if you don't mind, is taking the easiest of marks, and Primo Angelucci's talking to the umpire that he'll shepherd it out of it. It don't matter because his coach has got the footy.
Goes short to Denning and picks the big man out at centre half forward, and here's a chance for the Blue West team to go further ahead. 12-26, or catch up rather, 12-26, 14 points of difference. Making space down there is Scott. Denning ignores him. Comes in from 48 metres, the kick in towards the white posts. And is it cleared or touched on the line? Bingo! Oh, it is a goal. Great goal there to Denning. The goal umpire looked across to his boundary counterpart for a bit of assistance in making that decision. He said it did cross the line.
Have a look at the taunted stepped on. He must have heard what I said before. That's how you kick a goal. And I was about to just sort of suggest that the distance might trouble him on this occasion after his last effort, because he's not normally a long kick of the footy, but he's usually a pretty accurate one.
Yeah.
And what does he do? Splits it from 50 metres.
Bird Cameron Accountant scoreboard. East Belmont 4-2-26. Now just 8 points ahead of the 8 points behind rather. The Blue West team 18-26. East Belmont leads. Ronnie Brain.
Double down again down at the base of the pack, and whistle on play. Umpire in Simon Flowers will bounce down. Good bounce as well. Keegan, yes, infringed with ladder. Eyes were not for the footy. Good umpiring. Flowers, as we see, ladder's kick was a nice low trajectory job. Looked for the lead there of Denny, but chipping in Andy Bookter, who's also been busy for East Belmont here this afternoon.
And they take it around their outer half-back flank position. Kick there by Legel. A long kick down towards half forward for East Belmont. McLaughlin's his target. Off the hands. It comes out wide there towards Shaw. Spills it further afield. The running player is Jeffrey. Craig Jeffrey spears it across towards a teammate down there in Edwards. A long high kick outnumbered 4-1. And I'll tell you what, he's done it for East Belmont. He had 4 Blue West defenders around him. And he gets up. He'll turn around and have a shot in for goal.
Well, I think Russ, there, Primo Angelucci, the number 19 Guernsey, who was, well, I thought had that player covered.
Yep.
But took his eyes off the footy at the last minute.
He did, yeah. It's crucial to keep your eye on the ball. And actually, with 4 players down onto the one, there's no way no double down. He should have been allowed to take that mark. No way.
Great player, Double Dam. Won a power of best and fairest for his clubs. Went across to Newcombe for a year. Did well in Newcombe. Back coaching his home club again in the Geelong and District Football League, and he leads by example as he puts it right through the middle. And the East Belmont team move along to 32. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 18. 14 points of difference. Middle stages of the second quarter.
Okay, now it's really going to be vital, this next bounce down for mine. I mean, we're halfway through the second quarter, and at the present time, East Belmont, they've done well into the breeze. They've added 2 goals. West have only kicked 2 with the breeze. They've really got to get a rattle on in the latter stages of this quarter. Bird Cameron Chartered Accountants now. Scoreboard shows East Belmont 5-2-32. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 2-6-18.
Bounce down takes place. Keegan gets a tap down, but East Belmont can't get any further afield. Comes to Latter in the centre. They've got time to steady now. Looking for options down the ground, the West team. Down towards the half-forward line. Some aerial ping-pong. Up in the air again. Falls in the arms there of Angelucci. He gets it across towards a teammate down there in Stuart Scott. At half-forward for West. Here it comes out wide. This time to Lehman.
Good play.
Lehman across to Scott. Scott from 50!
Cockeye! Great grab for the big fella. All set up, Vinnie Lehman. Good vision there under pressure. A little worm burner hand pass. Stewie Scott kicked the footy long. That's how you get the results on the scoreboard. Good long positive football for mine. And I would suggest Cockeye would have to fall over here to miss this. Thank you very much. Straight through the centre. And Darryl Cox now kicks. Let's have a look. It's his second. And that could be a very handy move for the big fella sitting there in the pocket.
It'll be interesting to see. Now, East Belmont have answered every challenge West have put at them so far, and they've followed up with the goal after West have kicked one. So it'll be interesting to see if West can string a couple together here.
Yeah, vital for them to get back into this game because they'd like to have, I would suggest, 10-point margin at least at half time. But as you mentioned, Jeff, the breeze maybe has died off a little. But really, all said and done, fellas, conditions shouldn't make any difference. It all comes back to the attitude, doesn't it, of the 18 guys on the ground.
32 plays 24. The margin back to 8 points. Bounce in the centre again. Here's a chance for West. The sun's come out again. The wind's dropped a little bit. Good conditions for footy. Any breeze does favour West in the second term. Wigmore. Cross towards a teammate, Scott. Scott from half forward. A long kick looking for Cox at full forward again. He came from behind off hands. Through for a minor score. Rushed there. And you only have to feel for Jason Smith there. He's giving away about 2 feet in height to Big Cox.
Yeah, certainly is. But Jason is a pretty experienced campaigner, and he does use the body well. And Cockeye is not renowned for his physical strength. As we see the ball, great grab again. Don't tell me it's that number 14 Guernsey. I tell you what, I reckon it's that must be his footy there this afternoon. Absolutely killing him. Good vision. Loose defence there, the Lions, and Primo Angelucci just chips in there. And good footy, Stewie Scott picks him out. Opportunity here from 35 metres. Primo Angelucci, see if the Cheetahs can string 2 on end.
Long kick in towards goal, sailing towards the posts. Goal umpire raises 2 index fingers, 12 inches apart, and says, "That's a goal, boys." And this game is alive and well. The margin back to just a point now on the Bird Cameron Accountant scoreboard. Look at the kick in for goal there. And boy, looks like a ballet dancer. Good style. Let's check the Bird Cameron Accountant scoreboard now. East Belmont 5-2-32, leading Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club by a solitary point, 4-7-31, and a time check at this stage in the second quarter. Let's have a look at it. 18 and nearly 19 minutes gone.
Back to the centre. Loose ball now. Stern couldn't take the ball. Now, Fran Velic, he's done a great job, has Franger, as he turns around on that favoured left foot. Kicks it up to half forward. In front, though. That's the order of the afternoon for mine. Danny Montgomery over the top to Keegan, who just dangerously chips it to the corridor. Justin Ladder fists the ball away. Good work again, Heathbox. Impressed with this youngster. And he gets a free kick at centre half forward for the Geelong West side.
Kick down from half forward. It'll land at full forward. Cox is the target. Cox is up high. Defenders punch away. Scott in the back has to get the free kick. He will. 30 metres out from goal. And Russell, that's the advantage of putting yourself between your opponent and the ball.
It certainly is, and the umpires have been very consistent today. Actually, the bloke playing the ball has been given the kick every time, so it's been good umpiring. And as you say, you put your body in, you get the kicks, and chance for Stewart to bring up his first goal. Yeah.
Well, he's kicking from 30 metres out, almost directly in front of the big sticks, kicking with the aid of the wind.
Beautiful football.
Goal umpire does not move an
Straight
inch.
over his tit-tat, did not have to move at all. And again, that brings back fond memories, Jeffrey.
Yes, it did. You can remember seeing many players do that. Your opposing teams, Ronnie, up there in Elderslie Reserve, wasn't it?
Certainly was, but, Stewie, bent knee a little bit, mate. You've got to tighten the instep a little to get the ball even further through the big sticks.
I think if East Belmont made the move now, they've got someone on Stewart there, number 44 for East Belmont. Who we got there?
Chris Stern.
Yeah, they're manning him up now, so they're showing a bit of respect for him at the minute.
Yeah, certainly, but I think Sterney will be worn out by half-time, I'd suggest, as Stewie Scott just lost his footing at the crucial time. Loose ball on play. Ian Ellie, who's been very quiet this time, shows some authority on the footy. To Westwick in front and takes a very strong grab after getting some heavy attention from David Franey. Good contest, gentlemen.
Yes, Westwick with the ball now, going back, and suddenly in the space of about 5 minutes, Russell, the game's changed Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club's way.
Well, at quarter time, Stewart was criticising his side for not going direct, and I think they've played a lot more direct in this quarter, and it's paying dividends.
It certainly is, and there's a further dividend being paid, a major one at that, and playing the game down the middle directly. You have to do this at the Western Oval, and the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club go ahead even further.
That's their fourth goal on the trot, I think, Stewie. So they may, I should say, Russ, they may have heard you before about rally and trying to get a couple on end, because that's exactly what the Cheetahs have done and look a little bit more impressive.
Yeah, I do. And it'd be interesting to see now East Belmont if they can get back here. I mean, they've got a couple of goal lead there now. They must get the next goal, I think, East Belmont.
21 and a half minutes gone of the second quarter as we see Hobbs on the ball now for East Belmont to Keegan. Kick smothered off the boot, Stewie Scott, as you like. Left foot, 10.5 forward. Ken Denning a little bit out of sorts. Good work there from Jamie Legall. At ground level, Wigmore. Paul Legall put him down. Loose ball, Bukta, steadies, half back. Looks to Chris Stern now, tagging Stewie Scott. Over the top there was Justin Ladder. Spills out, double down off the carpet. Now Richard Neal, who never shirks an issue, came through, but double down likewise to the occasion to Buchanan. On to Hobbs. Good lead, East Belmont. And I think you'll find Damien Kelly has taken the footy at half forward.
Kelly from the 50-metre line will put it right down in the teeth of goal. Oh, the boy fell over down there. He got up, and I'll tell you what, Buchanan, luck's a fortune there, fell into that one, Russell.
Certainly, actually Murray was there. Murray Scott, he got the sun in his eyes there. I think he put his arm up to shade the sun away, and the ball just went over his head. And as you say, that he fell over the bloke there at the back, and he's taken a lucky mark.
Cameron Buchanan will have a great shot over his left shoulder here. We'll see it beautifully. He's kicking into a bit of a breeze, but he's not too far out from goal, and just to the wrong side of the big stick. A minor score only. And let's check the Bird Cameron Accountant scoreboard now. East Belmont on 5-3-33, 10 points behind the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. They're 6-7-43.
Ball brought back into play. Jason from Valak takes an easiest of marks. Plays on quickly too. Gains another 10 metres. Punts the ball to half forward. He kicks the football out of sight, that boy, when he gets it. Wigmore, who's been steady, kicks it right across to the dead pocket. Not good footy, Brett Wigmore. Westwick's there now. Picks it up. Now around David Franey, who flattened him as he got rid of the footy. A little bit too late, Dave Franey. And undisciplined football for mine, gentlemen.
Yeah, it was undisciplined, especially at this stage of the game. But that's the last thing they needed, a free kick downfield, and especially in the forward line. That's bad football.
So it's Cox, the man with the ball, 20 metres out, directly in front. And here we're going for goal number 3 here. The big man for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. Suddenly cloudy again. We might be in for another shower or two before half-time. Cox has a shot in towards goal. Oh, offline, a minor score only. Must have been very close there. 11 points of difference, and gee, I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good leg arch there, Ronnie.
That is actually a good shot of Cox's kicking style, but Yes, it's he's like a big spider, isn't he? Hey, he's just about kicked himself on the head.
Tell you what, it could nearly put the leg around for a full circle there, I reckon.
Stewie Scott, good footy there. Oh, Copley went a little high for mine. Good umpiring again, and they've been consistently with the boy with the ball all day. And Westwick an opportunity here for the Cheetahs. He's kicking from a good 45. Pretty tight angle. The ball goes across the face, looks for the high flyers. Oh, cockeyed! Not paid there, Daryl Cox. Loose ball. Ken Denning like a little rover. Don't tell me he's kicked it. Ho, 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 ho. Great goal.
And it's on. It's on in the goal square. Players running in from all directions. And umpire Flowers in their cooling tempers down. I don't think there's too much happening in there now. A good video shot of it there. You can see it beautifully. But must have only just crept in for a goal, that one from Denning. I thought it was pretty close. And, I think the boys are too worried about the football to spend too much energy on this little melee.
Yes, interesting, isn't it? The blonde-headed boy on the ground, Shane Quinn. Nearly caught one from Shane Main.
Well, the ball going back to the centre, and looks like Unelli will have to come off for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. That could be a big loss. Looks like an arm injury or a shoulder there as he runs off gingerly. Let's check the Bird Cameron Accountant scoreboard. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club have suddenly opened up a 17-point lead. 7-8-50. East Belmont 5-3-33.
Okay, yes, coming onto the ground there, Darren Beaton replacing Frankie Anelli, and also coming off for East Belmont there, Craig Jeffrey, which is surprising because he's been quite busy. Booked it back on. Wholesale moves here. Do they know what's going on? No.
They're going to have 3 players off there, Blue West, and perhaps there have been a couple of send-offs here, Ronnie. That's what's happened, I think. Well, the umpire Flowers keeping an eye on the play there.
Yes. That's what's happened, has it?
Yes, they're enforcing the cool down, run across and come back on again.
Alan
John.
Craig, I think, has been sent off.
You're a naughty boy, Scragger. As we see now, the ball back to the centre of the ground. Hobbs can't pick it up. Ernie Posman, though, on the ground for East Belmont. Picks it up and just chips it up in the air. Makes things pretty tough for his forwards. But he butters up again, Posman. Good pressure edge of Lucy, who's collar of the footy. Bounced down in between centre half forward flank for the East Belmont Lions.
Well, it looks like Inelli's wanting to get back on again. He had some tape put on to hold his shorts up. Perhaps that's all that was wrong with him. As the ball comes down on the half-forward line there, doing the hard work for East Belmont is Posman. Also in there, ducking the head, is Keegan, looking for the free. Umpire calls play on. Desperate play by both teams now. A ball up will take place.
Perry, that was very well observed of you. He got his buttons all ripped off in that fracas over there.
So he's trying to hold his pants
Yeah,
up.
that's what he was doing.
There's nothing wrong with his arm at all. Okay, that would have made a good one.
You've been sucked in, Jeffrey.
We have been. And meanwhile, the ball has come back towards Keegan, half forward for the East Belmont team. A long kick down towards half forward, inside 50, looking for Sutherland. Got the first bite for East Belmont, couldn't get the second. The West defence comes into operation now.
Yeah,
They're
work.
doing it tough. Out wide it comes to Lehman. Lehman spears it down towards the half forward line. Looking for the player down there in Wigmore. He couldn't get the ball. He does now. He burst his way through the pack. Handballs into no man's land. Inside 50 for West. Coming out of defence there though is Legel. Doing it nicely. Across there towards a teammate in Hobbs. Hobbs from half back. A kick down towards half forward. Pushed further along cleverly there by Damien Kelly. Inside the attacking 50 for East Belmont, but the defenders for Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club do it nicely around the wing. It's Lachino out there towards Franvelic.
Yeah, Franvelic long again, the long bomb. Now an opportunity for Shane Main. Held his footing well. Now tries the big torpedo punt, but it became a real mongrel for mine. But loose ball, forward pocket. Oh, Westwick, get a handbag, son. God, he let it go like he should have really picked it up and kicked the goal. And now the loose ball's cleared for the East Belmont side. Montgomery, I think you'll find he'll be happy to see the ball go out of bounds. And, gee, didn't he muck that up, though? Westwick had all the time in the world to pick it up and shoot it. Goal, and just couldn't handle the footy.
I think he'd spin it before he got it.
Good call. Russell Scott, ball back into play, half-forward line. Geelong West.
29 minutes into the quarter, 50 plays 33, and coming from nowhere at quarter time. The second quarter has been all the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club with the wind. they've opened up a 17-point lead, almost on the half-time siren. Let's see what they can do now in the last seconds of this quarter. In the back pocket for the East Belmont team. They try to work it further afield. Wigmore battling his way through the pack. Comes across towards Posman, though, who switches play for East Belmont. Out towards the half-back flank. Tackled too high. The free kick will go the way of Paul Johns. Feeds off the handball. Could be another free kick there. No, clever play by Lehman. He keeps it in play, just inside the attacking 50 for West. Now he comes out again. He's opened up play again. The kick across towards half forward. Players can't gain a clear purchase on the ball. Finally, it's East Belmont who do, and they take it out towards the half-back flank. No one there. The only man there is Scott for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club. He centres the ball. Oh, good kick. Good vision. Fell right down the throat there of Heath Box. And you're a wrap for this man, Ronnie Brain. Let's see if he can kick one with the wind behind him from 50.
Well, for a kid, he's got such a lot of confidence, this kid, and he's not backward and coming forward, and I like that in the young fella. Let's see if he can kick it from 50. The drop punt, it's a nice-looking kick right to the teeth of goal. Cox couldn't get a hand on the footy, as we see a good tackle there on Shane Main, David Franey, and I think the umpire will bounce it down about 8 metres from the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club goal.
Bounce down takes place. Up they go. Ho! Up high there. A mile was Keegan. Desperate in defence. The East Belmont tackled too high. Montgomery and Monty will have to take a free kick from the back pocket. No doubt about that one. Right on siren time for half time. 30 minutes gone. Kick out towards the outer half-back flank. Off hands of the pack. In there towards Double Dam. Tries to burst his way through 3 opponents. Holding the ball. Good decision. He tried to do a little bit too much there. And I'll tell you what, the Blue West team will want a big kick in towards goal. If they can get another one before half-time, that'll be a crucial effort here. And Primo Angelucci, the number 19 stamp between the shoulder blades, will put this forward full-way into operation, Ronnie Brain.
Yeah, big quarter for the West side. As you mentioned earlier, Jeff, they've kicked something like, to date, 7 goals. 2 or 7-3 for the term. It's been a horrendous quarter as the torpedo punt, cockeye over the back of the pack, just like picking cherries on a Sunday afternoon, says thank you very much. I'd say it is Sunday afternoon too.
It is, Ronnie. You're dead right there. And crucial passage of play, Russell, here.
It is. This could open up a nice little handy break and make it 23 points. And going in at half-time with a lead of 4 goals will be very handy. And he's kicked it.
Yeah, great goal. But I tell you what, how many pair of hands did that ball come off, though? The mark that Cox. I'm sorry to put a damper on it.
Only 6 or 7.
Thank you very much. So, in other words, it probably should have been play on, but no, said the umpire. He gave the big fella the chance, and he didn't let the Geelong West supporters down. Great kicking style from the big fella, as you can see on screen. Very taut instep, and the ball goes straight through the centre. 3 goals, Darryl Cox, in what could just about be a match-winning quarter for the Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club.
You mentioned the umpires there, Ronnie, a bit of a dubious decision, but I think the umpires have done an excellent job here today. I've seen some pretty ordinary efforts by the men in white in some local games recently, but the 2 umpires today, Simon Flowers and his colleague out there in John Tatnell, doing a good job keeping control of things pretty well.
Okay, Double Down now, picks the footy up and breaks clear through the centre of the ground, up to half forward, great mark for mine, not played to Hobbs, kick off the carpet, the bouncing ball now. Doesn't favour the East Belmont side, but Kelly somehow got around his opponent, ducked a little bit of a coat hanger, but I think he's taken the ball out of bounds, 20 metres from their goal, and now the tide seems to have changed. The bounce on that footy went away from goal for East Belmont, whereas before the Broncos were doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Funny old game, there's footy in it.
Certainly is, Ron, and you can never over till the final siren blows. We're nearly at the half-time siren. On the attacking 50 for the East Belmont team, they take it to about 40 metres out from goal at half forward there. Here's a chance across to Sutherland. He's collared. Was he tackled too high? Good decision again. The man going for the ball had the arm over the shoulder, and a bit of biffo there. Cowie coming across and saying to the umpire, why are you giving him a free kick? The umpire says because he was tackled over the shoulder. Tough job here for Sutherland, kicking into a very, very stiff breeze. I don't think he can possibly make the distance here. Got the knee bandage on. Lines up the big sticks. He looks pretty confident. No, he goes short. The lead is on. Or was there a push in the back there? It is. The man was in front. Half-time siren. Did he get another biff as he went past?
I think he might have. And Monkey Gardner wanted to be a bit careful, wasn't he? So when you really can't afford 50 metres in this situation, umpire didn't see it, but had the player reacted a little bit more dramatically than what he did, he probably could have got 50.
Yeah, so it's Bookter lining up for a pretty important goal on the half-time siren. East Belmont trailing by 23 points. This could reduce the margin going into the long change. And that is a pretty important morale-boosting goal for the East Belmont team right on the half-time siren. So at the long change here in the first semi-final of the Geelong and District Football League Division 2 competition this year, the Bird Cameron Accountants half-time scoreline as the umpires run from the field after a pretty good first half and a pretty good game here. Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club on the scoreboard 8-8-56, East Belmont 6-3-39.
Okay, yeah, great quarter of footy. Just a quick recapture, gentlemen, before we have a long break. 8 goals for Geelong West in that second quarter to 3 goals 2. And what a great quarter of football, and again, very well set up by, I've got to tell you, Russ, by your brother Stewie Scott here this afternoon.
Yeah, he's playing very well, actually. He's leading by example, and I think his biggest asset is he doesn't waste the ball. I think he uses every possession he gets. So that's been the key. And as I said earlier on, they planned at quarter time to move the ball more direct, and I think they've done that, and it's shown on the scoreboard.
Yeah, certainly, and Cockeye up at the forward line, very busy as well, and I think his efforts in that quarter have turned the tide. Jason Franvlick, who's been excellent, I would suggest, across half back for them. Likewise, Brett Wigmore busy at half forward, and in that quarter, Dean Westwick's just started to get into the fray of things a little more for the Cheetahs, whereas Geelong West, the runners in that first quarter weren't quite as prevalent in that second term, and the third quarter is going to be a real vital one in this game here this afternoon.
Yeah, well, actually, Stewie asked for more commitment from his boys at quarter time, and he'd have to be going in at half time fairly happy because they certainly gave him that.
Yeah, without a doubt. Okay, back shortly with the third quarter action here at the Western Oval for the 1994 Geelong District Footy League Division 2 first semi-final, where at half-time Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club are 17-point leaders over the East Belmont Lions.